Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Let's start out with a ride, then I'll tell you about what we have here. How's that sound for something a little different? So, what happens when you combine stupid and crazy? What you get is fun. Look, Mom, no feet. And only one hand. Oops, wrong way. First. Second. Throttle stick's little. Here's third. Hang on. Wow. Little drifting. Ha ha! This thing is bloody dangerous. Here, let's try her off-road. I'll show you the controls once we park it. By the way, I got no brakes. By the way, I'm only in second gear. Let's see if I fit. I guess the answer is no. Good. That was scary. So what did you guys think? Was that not a little sketchy? This thing is just a whole bunch of joy to ride around on. And let's go through it. I bought it in its current configuration. Somebody grafted a Honda ATC 200S onto the back of a, I believe it's known as a carter, go-kart, like the, this thing is known as a carter Talon 150. Had the GY6 motor on it. Not a lot of power. Kind of big for that 150cc scooter motor. The 200cc runs a lot better. I'm running this 200cc motor on my portable CDI box, doing that for a couple of reasons. Just in case I have to turn it off, I could just reach right there and do it. By the way, this is the throttle. And here's the shifter. Having a shifter outboard is a really bad idea, because as you stick your arm out, imagine if you hit a tree or something, right? You're going to have an arm problem. Perhaps one could kind of feed the shifter up in between the seat, have it alongside the seat. That would definitely be a little safer. This thing is just a lot of fun to run around on. And the reason why I wanted to get it running is I'm doing some cleanup, and I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. Just very quickly, you can see it has a really nice running engine. The whole tail end of this thing is good, including the rear end. There's no play in the bearings. It still has the chain guard on it. I bet you the brakes are even pretty good. Yesterday, I redid the recoil. I had to put an extra loop in it. It also still had some of the compression release components, not all of them in there. So I took those parts out and I put them aside. They're valuable, so you don't want to lose those. I'll mention that in the video. I pulled the carburetor off. This is the OEM carburetor. I rebuilt it. It wasn't too bad. Cleaned it, actually, didn't rebuild it. Cleaned the holes out and all for the main jet and the idle jet. And you guys could see it actually runs pretty good. I have my intravenous gas tank on it. So I had it out and I took it for a nice ride. And I'm still debating on what to do with this. I could really use the back tires elsewhere. And I believe those are on 130s, right? 22, 11, 8 on 130s. That's the 4-bolt spacing. So I can use those elsewhere. I mean, these are like new tires, right? They still have the casting on them. The engine obviously runs. I don't have any place to smash that right at this second, but you know, it could go into storage waiting for a future project. About leaving it whole, the only bad thing about it is big. And by big, I mean hangs off the tailgate of my truck, so it's about 8 foot long. The front of it is 5 foot wide. The back of it is 38, I believe. That's what the width of a three-wheeler is. And once again, 8 foot long. So this thing is just huge, right? If you put it in your garage, you would take up the major part of her parking spot. And if you only had one car-size parking spot, you'd be kind of doing all kinds of strange arrangements trying to get 2 of these in there. So it's just bloody big. Heavy? Yes, it is that too. So, but it's a bag of monkeys and all that to take it out for a ride. It's just a joy to go beating about on. Once again, the shifter. I had an old shifter off a pit bike, quite actually, and you can see this is a handle off a small tiller, one of those little 2-cycle guys that you use in your garden. So that's where that came from. The throttle is just OEM. You guys know, The ignition system, we've talked about that a whole bunch of times. The go-kart itself is pretty pounded, right? Dent, break, bend, rusty, nasty. Everything to be fun. I was happy that I sat on the seat. Nothing crawled out and bit me, which was a good thing. You guys could see it's got the optional wood-based seat for the passenger there. Took a couple of parts off of it. Yeah, I get a thunderstorm blowing in. I should probably get away from this thing. Who knows, Satan might be coming back to bring it to hell. Anyway, please enjoy the other videos I tack on. Once again, I went through the normal stuff. It didn't get captured, but I did the, you know, the OCD, right? Made sure I had compression. I made sure I had oil. And obviously I have detonation. The OEM ignition system was a little flaky, so I put the portable on it. It did have a Champion spark plug in there. If you like to walk, Champion spark plugs are excellent. They're good for the cardiovascular system. They allow you to get out and jog. If you actually want to ride, don't use Carter. Use Autolite, or what is it, NDK? I guess that's about it. Let me know what you guys think of it. Now that you went out for a ride with me, what you guys think. There's really, there are three possibilities for this thing. I pull the engine off of it and save the engine and back tires and put the rest of it up for adoption. That's one thing. I pull the engine and back tires and front tires and a few other components off of it, the roll cage, maybe one of the seats, and junk, scrap metal, the rest of it. I keep it intact, which means, you know, I ride it rarely, and yeah, it's just so big. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's huge. This kind of thing, if you had a spot for it, a nice big garage to keep it in, and you finished fixing it up, move the shift lever and do all that other wonderful stuff, it'd be a wonderful project, right? Finish it up, put a rack on it, you know, set it up, you know, foam up the inside, paint it, put some decent seats on it, right? Seat belts, maybe a harness to keep one in place. PR harnesses so you can take a passenger out and scare the heck out of them. Hook it up so the throttle works properly. Anyway, it's pouring on my parade. I gotta go. Thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Remember, feet down, heads up. Get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.